Have you been wanting to start a garden but have no idea how to start or where to begin? Or you're just overthinking, wondering if you have the green thumb for this venture? Well, keep watching because by the time you would finish this video, you would definitely want to start a garden. My name is Webadua and welcome to another video. In today's video, I will be showing you all our second garden. Yes, we started a second garden. If you watched my previous videos where I talked about the benefits of having a garden, I did share with you all some of the challenges we had when we started gardening. The many fails we had, the many disappointments, the challenges we had to deal with, and the progress we finally made. Well, that progress has been motivating enough for us to start an entire new space for more plants. I don't know how things are going to turn out, but I'm really looking forward. I'm looking forward to the worms, to the bugs, the insects, the birds, the butterflies, the diseases. Well, I'm looking forward to it actually because it's been a very good learning experience for us. We have gotten to learn so much about nature, plants, soil, pests, a lot. Everything I share here is based off what we learn, what we encounter, and we are actually newbies in gardening. I share my experience here and I share our journey here to encourage someone out there who might or has been thinking about starting a garden and has doubts as to whether they can actually do it. Well, I am living proof that you can do it, because for me or for us to have started a garden that we never even thought would make it to starting a new one speaks a lot. It shows that if you put your mind to something, you can actually do it. Before turning this space into what it is now, this place was covered with weeds. So we got help. We got someone who came and cleared all the weeds out. And then we went on to get our soil. We got black soil, chicken manure, and mushroom residue. We used the same composition for our first garden and it's been doing so well for our crops. So we decided to use the same mixture here. As usual, we poured everything into the space, started mixing. We would water the soil, mix it, water the soil, mix it, just like we did for the first space. It took us a couple of days to do that. In fact, it took us close to a week to get all of that done. After the soil was mixed to the consistency we desired, we started to shape it into our beds. We heaped up the soil and made a couple of beds. This time, we want to do things differently here. Our first garden is actually fenced. It is fenced, there's a shade for the plants. We provided a fence because we're not sure if animals could come in here and destroy our plants. But after some time, we've realized that we've not had to deal with any of that. We are going to leave it as it is. We are not going to fence it. We're not going to provide shade. And we're not going to provide barriers for our beds. The first time we gardened, we used wood and the wood got destroyed by termites. The second and the current garden that we have, we used stones. It was cheap and they were free. The stones were basically free and we didn't have to pay for them. So we used these big stones to shape out our beds and also to provide barriers for our beds. But this time we're not going to do that. We're going to leave it as it is. We want to use this place to explore as much as we can, learn new things, do things differently, embrace the challenges and, adapt them for future use. After mixing the soil, we formed our beds, and when our beds were ready, we decided to nurse some few seeds. We nursed pepper, tomatoes, carrots, kale, beetroot, and a couple of other things. Unfortunately, a lot of them didn't make it, but we are still grateful for what we have. We didn't even think any of them would, but we have some few things popping out. So we hope the carrots make it do. We really pray they do. So we nursed the seeds and this is all we got from nursing the seeds. Then we went on to make some trellis for our creeping plants. Cucumbers are doing so amazing in our first garden. They are popping up some juicy, watery cucumbers. The spinach is also doing amazing. And we use a lot of spinach and cucumbers in the house. So we said, you know what, we'll put more of those in this space. So we made up some trellis for our creeping plants, one for the spinach and then one for the cucumbers. We got someone to assist us because this is something we've never done and we needed help. So we got this wire which is flexible. I think it's called a bending wire. We got this wire, then we attached some pipes to the ends and then buried that part into the soil and made this oval shaped, sort of like a canopy shaped tent for our creeping plants. We haven't planted the cucumbers yet, but I can just imagine them creeping on that and providing shade for the plants that we'll put beneath the trellis. We've also been so lucky enough to get some free seedlings, tomato seedlings. Our neighbor has been so generous enough to share some of his seedlings, his tomato seedlings with us, which we have already transplanted. We also have in the new garden some collards, cherry tomatoes, kale, dandelions, and cocoyams. We have at least one cocoyam plant on each bed. Cocoyams are low maintenance root plants. They are easy to grow and they make these large leaves which we believe will help provide shade for the plants that will need partial sunlight. Aside that, we'll be planting some turmeric, ginger, and shallots, which we nursed about a week ago. We'll probably give them another week or a couple of days before we transplant them. We plan to have a variety of plants here, both edible and non-edible. So we are open to suggestions and ideas on what plants are easy to grow and maintain. So please get in the comment section and drop some plant suggestions. This is how much work we have put in the new garden so far. I'll keep you all updated. And if you love the content I put out here, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up if you love this video and share with your family and friends. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.